Hi, and have you ever thought about how purposeful you are living in your life? Like, what purpose does your life serve? Maybe you even struggle with it. A feeling like, all I do is I get up, I go to work, I come home, I eat dinner, I go to bed, and I do the same thing every single day. What's the purpose of any of it? And it's kind of interesting because you are not alone in that. People ask that question all the time, and that's not meant to be like, well, then if nobody's figured it out, then we're all just in a bad shape. But instead of recognizing that we aren't alone on this journey of discovering, of looking at, of trying to figure out, okay, what is my purpose, my particular purpose in living, in the things that I do every single day. And really, we need to pay attention to that. Of the things that we do every single day, what is the purpose of those things? And are they really worthwhile? Are they giving us energy, or are they taking it from us? So I am a huge fan of Ecclesiastes, and it's a book of wisdom, of practical, experienced wisdom. And here's what the writer says in the first chapter, verses 3-5. What do people gain from all the hard work that they work so hard at under the sun? A generation goes and a generation comes, but the earth remains as it always has. The sun rises, the sun sets, it returns, panting to the place where it dawns. Okay, so the writer is going, man, what is the purpose of me doing this work? And to really ask it in terms of, are we doing it because we've got bills to pay? Well, that's probably true, right? Okay, well, there's something that we need to do. What is the purpose? Is it about relationships? Are we doing anything good? Like, are we contributing to the good of the whole? Are we serving others? Are we building each other up? Are we encouraging one another? Because, right, there are all these things that we think we have to do it, and we have all of our reasons. Some of them really are a necessity. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a roof over our head or food to eat, right? But there are other things that we do because we're just kind of caught up in it. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. And here, Ecclesiastes is like making the reader kind of just like take a step back and go, wait a minute. What is the purpose of what I'm doing? Is it to encourage, to help others? And if I'm doing very little of that, why is that? What do I need to do? How do I need to change today to actually begin to encourage? Excuse me. A little tickle in the throat. What do I need to do today? So, as you think about what you need to do today, or to rethink the things that you do and the purpose and the meaning behind what you do, but maybe the actions, the things you need to take on, the things you need to let go of, know that the guiding star here, the thing that goes, okay, how am I supposed to order this, is really the way that Jesus calls us to live. That Jesus calls us to live as healers, as encouragers, as being willing to build one another up. As in, what good are we doing for the good of the whole, the good of society? How do we get to contribute? And so when we don't feel like we have a purpose, we might be missing this piece of it, of how is our purpose related to the teachings of Jesus. So Ecclesiastes kind of gives us that moment, that questioning of pause, and then we can direct ourselves to what guides us in answering. Let us pray. God, help us to ask that question. Help us to be very intentional about the things that we do day in and day out. What is the purpose of those things? How are they connected to the life and teachings of Jesus? How are they maybe empty, leaving us with a sense of little worth? Help us, oh God, to connect to those things that really do give us a purpose, a moment of going, this is part of the work of Jesus in the world. This is part of your work, oh God. Help us to connect and live purposefully into that. Amen. Have a great one.